Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme and one sexy man, but you knew that already. It's me, Peter Joseph here, once again for video number 2 on your Friday night, October the 25th, 2024. Thank you for watching this video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/PeterJoseph. Thank you for watching once again. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants, where it usually is. It's there, trust me. So, subscribe to my channels down below in the description box, otherwise known as my pants, otherwise known as hell, on this channel, my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish. You don't have to, but if you want to, don't be stupid and leave stupid comments because you're gonna get blocked, and you will too. No, you don't like it? Too bad. Cry to your mama, little bitch, and that's pretty much it. But if you're gonna not respect the channel, then don't come to my channel anymore because you're gonna be treated as such. But for everybody else that is actually a real person and wants to talk about wrestling or whatever the topic is, then you could do that. But within reason, of course. And that's all I can say about that. Share the video all over the internet, ladies and gentlemen, and don't forget to follow me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Show your love and support. Hit the bell for more. And don't forget to turn on all notifications as well, so when you do get my videos, or you see my videos go up, you will be the first one to see it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Because if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL. And you better know what that means by now. If you don't, look it up, asshole. And we move on with that. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, hit the bell for more, and that's all you gotta do. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab the cold one, put your feet up, or if you got work, you can't put your feet up, obviously, unless you're on your break. Well, I don't know about doing that, but sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, get the fuck out. And that's pretty much what it is. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, check out my first video of the day, my TNA Ring of Honor review for this week. I brought it back because I didn't do it last week, but we did that. So, link will be down below in the gobbledygook right after this video is up and edited and all that other shit. So, check that out, and we move on. Alright, we got SmackDown from Brooklyn, New York, at the Barclays Center, and no, I did not go because I didn't feel like going. Even though it's a hop, skip, and jump away from me, but it's like 20-25 minutes away. Actually, really, on the express train, it's like 15-20 minutes. On the local, it's like about 25 minutes because it's extra stops. But it is what it is. I get there and it's a hop, skip, and jump. So I'm there. I get here and there pretty quick and back. I don't have to worry about it. But I just don't feel like doing it tonight, but I am watching it for free, so. Because it's pretty much sold out. And it's a double taping, because we got live tonight. Next week, they'll be in Saudi Arabia. So, next week will be taped from a tape show, but still be in Brooklyn, New York. And then, next Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, we got Crown Jewel number 6, I believe. From the land of sand, Saudi Arabia. Card looks pretty decent so far with the 2 Crown Jewel matches. Might have a tag team title match between the Guerrillas of Destiny and either the Motor City Machine Guns or DIY. That match is tonight. We got that. Also tonight, match number 7 in the Best of 7 series between Carmelo Hayes, him, and Andrade. And we'll see what happens with that. But there is a special guest referee, and that man is Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah! So we'll see what happens with that. I smell a triple threat match at either next week's show or Crown Jewel for the United States title. But we'll see what happens with all that. And a whole lot more tonight on your, well, still 2-hour Kill for Insomnia, that's SmackDown. But it's from Brooklyn, so the crowd's going to be amazing, of course, because you know how New York crowds are. They're the best crowd ever. I'm not just saying that because it's true, but you know, because it is true, so. But we got that. So we'll see what happens tonight and next week from Brooklyn. And we got that. Got Rampage tonight. Ricochet's coming on. Ricochet on Rampage. See how bad AEW books. How Tony Khan is probably the worst booker of the year. And how bad AEW has been lately. 633,000 for Dynamite this past week. Horrible. And that's it. So Rampage's on tonight. Not that we care, but we move on with that. And yes, the Yankees and the Dodgers coming up in about a little over an hour. About an hour from now in LA. Game 1 of the World Series. We got Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees and Flaherty on the mound for the Dodgers. Should be a good game. Hopefully a good series. I still think Dodgers in 6. Sorry, Issa, but you know it is what it is. Hey, Met fans, we have to root for the Dodgers. It's a given. So, I don't want the Yankees to get the title, number 28. So we have another goddamn parade. We had one yesterday for the New York Liberty, but it's in Brooklyn, so it doesn't count. It's in New York, but not New York City. It's, you know, I think it's in Brooklyn. So, but congrats to the Liberty, first title in their history, but it's in Brooklyn, so it's still called the New York Liberty, but they play in the Barclays Center, so figure that one out. At least one basketball team has a title. Knicks fans. Boy, you got destroyed game 1 by the Celtics. Celtics got 2-0 right now. They look great. They look amazingly great this season. I mean, seeing Paul Pierce and my boy Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen back at Boston Garden, or sorry, TD Garden. It just felt like 2006, like I think around 2006, 2008, all over again. Maybe just have nostalgia. I'm like, ooh, yes. I wish they would come back, but half of all of them are retired, which sucks. But yeah, Celtics are doing great. They look great. Beat the Knicks by 29 points at the TD Garden. Then they beat who they beat last? Forgot who they beat yesterday. Beat them by 20. It was the Hawks. So I don't know how much I actually watch basketball, but I watch a few games here and there when I can, but not all of them. But yeah, Celtics look great. They're defending their title. I think they might do it again this year, but you know, we'll see. It's early. It's early, like the Rangers season. They lost 3-1 to fucking Florida. In Florida, mind you, the Stanley Cup champs, by the way. It just seems like the Rangers used to wipe the floor of the Panthers every year, and now the last year and into this year just stunk up the joint. And Igor, what are you gonna do? So we got that. I think the Rangers play tomorrow or Sunday. I think against Tampa Bay. Oh, you know how Tampa Bay is. You know, they always get the Rangers fits. Last couple of Eastern Conference Finals, just not good. And even though the Rangers had them 2 years ago, had them on the ropes and you know, Rangers haven't been in the Stanley Cup for going on almost 10 years now. So, see what happens with that later. We'll move on. Alright, so we got SmackDown and Rampage tonight, Collision tomorrow. Not that anybody's going to watch that, because go Game 2 of the World Series. And, that's pretty much it. And Bound for Glory is going to get destroyed. There's nobody's going to watch Bound for Glory. I'm not even watching it. I'll watch a little bit of the, well, depends. I'm going to a party, so I might watch a little bit of the World Series on the TV if I can get a chance. I'll watch Collision afterwards when I come back from the party, and then I'll do my review Sunday, along with my review of Bound for Glory, and my predictions for NXT Halloween Havoc, which is Sunday night. So we got that. And the Niners are playing Sunday night. So it's insane Sunday. This weekend is just insane for me. Got a party tomorrow. Got to watch the Niners at night. And Halloween Havoc. It's just insane. And I got a lot of videos to do. I'm busy. So it is what it is. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got 40 minutes till SmackDown. So really quickly, as the title below says, on video number 2 on your Friday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date, AEW Dynamite! Dots, you understand? Dots. And, from this Wednesday night. And let me just say, this show sucked! This is probably one of the worst Dynamites in their 5-year history. This show was so bad, except for the beginning and the end. Everything in between sucked. We had a promo that went on way too long. A women's match that sucked. And then, well, the only good thing about the show was Jericho and Mark Briscoe in Ladder War 9. You know, I thought it was 10, they said it was 9, but we'll go with that. For the Ring of Honor World title, which didn't go so well for where we thought that Mark was going to retain, but anyway, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we are emanating from the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. I wonder, is that where the Jazz play and the new Utah team, or the Utah team plays in a different arena? I don't know. The Utah hockey team. I mean, this is how bad the NHL is. You bring the Coyotes, used to be in Phoenix, but you used to call the Phoenix Coyotes, then the Arizona Coyotes, then you move them up to fucking Utah of all places. With all those Mormons are gonna be like, oh, let's go watch some hockey. And they can't even name the fucking team. You just go, the Utah hockey team. Remember how the Washington Redskins were called the Redskins before the change to the Commanders? They're just called the Washington Football Team. Now they're the Commanders, which is an actually good name. I think we'll probably get a name change either later this season or next year. But what would you call them? I don't even give two fucks. I would call the Utah Mormons. Some shitty name, you know. At least, you know, it should be a good name, like the Seattle Kraken! Release the Kraken! I love Seattle. I like their hockey team. And basically, their logo is the same fucking logo as the Mariners, which is sad. That big S, but it looks like a, you know, different looking color S. But Seattle, you know, Seattle's got a good hockey team. Got to the playoffs in their first year. Not bad. Not bad. You're looking good, man. You're looking good, Seattle. Very good. But, hey, Utah beat the Rangers in overtime in their first, in the Rangers' first home game. No wonder I wasn't there, because I was at a concert. But, you know, right down the street, so I was watching the game at the bar, like, oh, fuck, they're losing how do they lose in overtime to this fucking team? I'm like, seriously? Then they rolled off a whole bunch of wins, and I think they did lose another game in overtime. I think they lost in overtime, so. But, you know, last night was their first loss in regulation in the last few games. But we got that. But moving on. Alright, our commentary team this week, since Taz is not going to be around for a while, this week we got the man behind the mask, Excalibur, my good buddy Tony Baloney Schiavone, and Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You want to know? Go ask him on his podcast. On YouTube. And on Spotify, wherever you listen to his podcast. Please listen to it. It's pretty damn good. I don't know if you know he doesn't anymore, but if he does, you know, tell myself all. And we got that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Alright, so we start off with a humongous recap of the new Blackpool Cuck Club, led by the new AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. He's there with the now AEW Trios Champions, Claudio Castagnoli, the Swiss Superman, the bastard Pac, and the man who locks himself in the man who's so dumb, it's William Yuta, basically. He's the type of guy that presses all the buttons in the elevator, because he's so stupid. So we got that, and the beautiful Marina Shafir, who we now know now. You know me! No, you don't know me! Yeah, we do know you now. That promo still is gonna haunt her for life. Anyway, so we see that, you see how they formed, and last week on Collision and Dynamite, how they were all mega evil. So we see that. Then we go to a video in the desert. Utah has deserts, I don't know. But anyway, Moxley's there saying it's, this is all for the greater good. And then the same fucking truck that the BCC travels in, Moxley gets in the back, and they go away. And that's it. Then we go to actually live outside in the parking lot, the ever so popular parking lot, was always dangerous. We have the funky chicken himself, the then Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe. He's there with Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, the Dark Order, a few other guys were there. They're waiting for the BCC to arrive so they can kick their ass. Jay Lethal's there with Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, Karen Jarrett, like Karen Jarrett's gonna do anything. So all these mid-level guys, besides three, talented guys, Mark, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle are there, and Jay Lethal too. They're there waiting for the BCC to arrive so the BCC can kick their fucking ass. It made no fucking sense to me. But we move on with that, and it didn't work well for those guys. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, move on. Alright, we get that. Alright, then we go to the ring with Tony Baloney Schiavone. He brings out the Hangman. Adam Page is about to do some cowboy shit. Comes out, brags about how... Oh no. Ding dong, hello? Mike! Oh, Mike, get in here. Come here, hurry up. Ah, come on, I was drinking a soda. Oh, I'm sorry, you can finish it. You done? Good, come here. Now, what do you want, Gilmore? It's Joseph. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your name. You want me to write it on your hand next time? No, I'm sorry. Okay. Hangman Adam Page said he's awesome. That cowboy said he's awesome, I'm gonna kick his ass. Well, you're dead, you can't. Ah, fuck, I forgot I got this halo on my head. Fuck! Well, anyway, yeah, he said he's awesome. But you're more awesome than him. Yeah, I know. Did Adam Page ever throw a guy through an electric barbed wire face first? No! Did he ever put some guy, powerbomb off the top of an ambulance? No! I did. You know why? Because I'm awesome. I know, Mike. Calm down. Just calm down. Calm down. I know how awesome you are. You should be in the Hall of Fame. But, just settle down. Like Andrade would say, why are you so crazy? Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy, Mike. Have a Snickers. I'm sorry. I just get so heated when people think they're awesome and they're not. I want to put them through a freaking table. Okay, Mike, calm down. Jesus. But anyway, you want to say goodbye to your fans? I know you got to go back to your drinking. Not that kind of drinking, but, Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Bye, fans! Bye! Oh, get out of here. I'm sorry. But when people say, the A word, not that A word, but, when they say they're awesome, he comes in. Did you say something? Oh, no. I say, you're great. You're awesome. I know. Yeah, go back to drinking with Jerome. Hey, if you don't know who Jerome is, you haven't watched ECW lately. Just saying. Alright, so Adam Page comes out, praises himself, and then Colton Gunn of the Ass Boys jumps him from behind for attacking his brother Austin last week, laying him out. And then the rest of the Bang Bang Gang, the Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and the Switchblade, wait with a Switchblade, Jay White come in, clear the ring of Adam Page, who is limping, by the way, because he has a bad leg after his match with Jay White at Wrestle Dream. So, they take him, they beat him up, he beats him up and everything, and then we see, basically, Adam Page, limp up the ramp. Jay White gets on the mic, talks about having his number, and all the violence that Adam Page loves, is not hiding the fact that he's not as good as a Switchblade. So Jay White's like, Hangman, go back, heal up, because we're gonna do this again. And I'm thinking we're gonna do it at Full Gear. So it's probably gonna be their second or third match. We'll see if it's gonna be violent, and you might mean violent. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, I gave that whole thing 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on Shelton Benjamin and Spanish God, Sam Guevara. See that? Shelton and Sammy. Basically, it's a dream match for Sammy because he grew up, kind of idolizing Shelton. So we get that. Alright, so we get the official match number 1. Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and then Shelton Benjamin with MVP at ringside. 10-minute match. Was pretty good. Sammy hits a big flippy on the floor after Shelton hit one. Then hit a overhead belly to belly on the floor. Ow! Go to break. Come back. Sammy, like I said, hits a big running flippy on the floor, followed by a pop-up Gilmore Kata! Bang! On the inside. Sammy, I told you, stop doing that. You don't listen to me. Nobody listens to me when they steal my fucking move! Let's start charging. Probably be a rich man by now. But anyway, I kid. Shelton gets up, but then they throw back to, I forgot what year that was, when Shelton tried to springboard into the ring against Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels super kicked the crap out of him. So they kind of paid homage to that. Shelton super kicked Sammy out of his fucking boots. And then, for added measure, a knee-to-face and the exploder suplex. 1, 2, 3, Shelty Baby gets the win in 10 minutes. Decent match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And so the Hurt Syndicate, there's only 2 members so far, doing some good stuff. And Shelton looks amazing. He looks amazing in the first 2 matches of his career in AEW. He looks great. I know Sammy, and they beat, who did he beat last week? Was Commander? I forget who he beat. Looks great. For a guy that's almost 50. Move on. Alright. Then we go to the back. Renee Young's outside the women's locker room. And then we got the AEW Women's Champion, the beautiful, I wanna fuck on yes, Mariah May. She comes out, and then she throws Anna Jay's luggage, well, not luggage, her gear out the door. And Anna Jay comes in, after that they have a cat fight, which lasted 3 fucking seconds, because Christopher Daniels comes in and is like, hey, we're not doing this! So I think we're going to get a rematch, probably at Full Gear. Because Anna Jay did beat Mariah May on a Battle of the Belts, so she earned her shot in the Eliminator match. I think that's the first person that win an Eliminator match. I could be wrong, but first woman, actually, so yeah, so we're going to get Anna Jay versus Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Title soon. We'll get that. Moving along. I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on Ocean Spray versus Kyle Fletcher. They were friends in different promotions. They were teammates in United Empire, and now Fletcher went his own way. turned on his good buddy Ocean Spray at Wrestle Dream. Now he's with Don Callis and company. So he comes out for a little explanation, and this went way too long, and the crowd's like, wrap it up! Wrap it up! Because it went on for like 35 minutes almost. I'm like, I didn't time it, but it went on for a very long time. And basically, it's like, don't worry, Don Callis bought enough TV time to end the show. Like, no wonder they had the overrun. So he talks about Ocean Spray a little bit, and then talks about Ocean Spray's time in New Japan, talking about Okada, talking about Kenny a little bit, saying, oh, you were the next Kenny Omega, he stabbed Kenny in the back, just like I did to you. Blah, blah, blah. Mentions the Tiger Driver in 91. Well, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, shut up already, get to the point. So basically, he kind of gets to it and says, I'm nothing like you and this and that, and we can face each other next week, and I'll give you a Tiger Driver after Tiger Driver after Tiger Driver, breaking your fucking neck. And then he's like, I will not be nothing like you, Will Ocean Spray. Then Don Callis has some shears, basically, that. She has some barbershop stuff. I'm like, what's he doing with that? He gives it the Fletcher. I'm like, oh no, don't you dare shave your manly hair, because it looks good for a guy that looks like Noctis or Dante from Devil May Cry. So he takes the shears, shaves his head, and now he has a buzz cut. And if you look at him, he did a media appearance today in Cedar Rapids, Iowa for Collision. And he has the glasses on. He looks like a young Don Callis. So he does that. He's like, he's like, I'm nothing like you, this and that, you don't know me, whatever. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, thank God this fucking long as fuck promo ended. But I guess next week we're gonna get on Fight Night Dynamite, that rhymes, October the 30th, we're gonna get Fletcher and Will Ocean Spray one-on-one. I know it's gonna end in chicanery. Because you got Takeshita, roaming around. You got Lance Archer and Brian Cage, who are now, in the new Don Callis family, just lurking around. So Ocean Spray's got a long hill to climb to beat his former friend, Mr. Kyle Fletcher. We got that. So I would have gave this a better rating if it didn't last that long. So, good for Kyle and everything, but the head shaving was kind of like, Like, why? We get that. Moving on. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go look at Ricochet, showing up at MLPW, that's Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, that's headed by a guy named, Scott D'Amore. And by the way, the commentary team is Mauro Ranallo and Don Callis. I miss Mauro. Mamma mia! I miss Mauro. I wish it was on AEW TV, but no, it's not. Obviously not. You could use him for Collision purposes, but or Rampage too. Now we get that. So we see Ricochet showing up at Maple Leaf Pro after Takeshita successfully retained his Intercontinental title. So we see that. So a little stare down, like, I'm interested. So we got that. Anyway, so we go to Renee Paquette in the back with Ricochet. Nice suit, by the way. I wonder where we got that. It was from the Men's Warehouse. Because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you can get a suit like Ricochet, and maybe, just maybe, you'll like the way you look. I don't know if they can guarantee it, but for me, when I go, they always guarantee it. I look good. when I go to parties and, well, not concert parties, like I go to the bar and anything. I go to like a wedding and some shit like that. To the club and, I gotta look good for the, when I go out. I don't want to look like a schmuck. Which I never do, but, gotta look good. When I go out with the missus or I go out with family or friends and whatever. Gotta look good. Like I'm doing right now. Clean shaven, look good. Love you too. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Ricochet's like, I'm not done with you yet, Takeshita! So an Intercontinental title match is coming. But then MVP and Shelton Benjamin, after his match, they come in, MVP's like, ooh, nice suit, man. Well, MVP, goes to the same place, goes to the Men's Warehouse. They compliment his suit, and MVP's like, he's saying, this is a brand new start for you, you're at your other place, being WWE. He says, maybe we could do business. So he gives him his business card. And Ricochet just looks at it, but he doesn't say no. Can Ricochet join up with Shelton Benjamin and MVP and possibly Bobby Lashley? So maybe Ricochet can be like the Cedric Alexander of the group. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would not be opposed to it. As long as Ricochet maybe turns heel, but, I don't think he ever was heel. All the time I knew Ricochet from the indie scene, and Lucha Underground, of course, as Prince Puma, I don't think he's ever been heel. Once. I could be wrong. If he does turn heel, I think it'll be an upgrade. But him and Takeshita, I think will have an amazing match. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Moving on. Then we go to the Tony Khan special of the night. Lance Archer and Brian Cage. Oh, sorry, Lance Archer. Everybody dies! But we don't care. And the Machine, Brian Cage, the Ring of Honor TV champion, who had his first defense of the belt last night on Ring of Honor TV, beating Commander, whipped his ass. So we got that. Anyway, they take on the fake as fuck Wish version of the Viking Raiders called the Pillars of Destiny. Anyway, they beat him in 61 seconds with a powerbomb chokeslam combo that they've been using lately. So yeah, big fucking whoop. That's how they're gonna be booked. Oh, they're gonna win the AEW Tag Team belts? No. But one guy we don't give two fucks about, that's Lance Archer and Brian Cage. Ring of Honor TV champ. Second major title in Ring of Honor. He was the 6-man tag team champs with the Gates of Agony. Gates of Agony. Look at that. So at least Brian Cage is more relevant than Lance Archer these days, but it is what it is. Alright, then we go outside once again. And, the gang is still there waiting for the BCC to show up. So they're talking amongst themselves. And then we see Gentleman Chuck Taylor. We haven't seen him in a while since he got his ass handed to him, I think, by, Trent. Well, we haven't seen Trent in a while either. Because I know he got injured. So Chuck Taylor's there as a backstage guy. So he says, Mark, your match is next. So he and Kyle O'Reilly run into the building with him. And then Orange Cassidy goes in because he's part of the conglomeration. He says, his buddy. But Chuck C's like, you stay here. And you can beat, Moxley and company, because and he's like, it's time to step up there, OC. And OC's like, doesn't say much. But he's in black. Remember that for later. Move on with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Ladder War 9. For the Ring of Honor World title, Le Champion de Ocho, Mr. Reading Rainbow himself, Chris Jericho, takes on the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, and as always, we pay homage to the great man up there, his brother, Jay Briscoe. Reach for that sky, boy. Yes. Alright, this match was crazy, as he would say, crazy as shit. And then he went, buck wild on that bitch! What? Buck wild on that bitch! Pretty much. Mark busted wide open. And we saw him blade. Bad camera work. Bad. That's bad camera work. Oh, we're gonna see him blade, look! We saw it in WCW a few times when Hogan would blade. You would see him before he got hit in the head with a chair. He's like, and then you see the blood coming down before, the chair shot. That's what I hate about camera shots sometimes. It's like you see them, bleeding a little bit. You see the, behind the curtain, they call it. Because I saw something like, remember Aaliyah, former member of the YWC when she was really, I think she was a chick kick back in the day. But anyway, Aaliyah was doing a promo in the back. She's like, she's basically reading her script on her hand. Remember when Rock did that? When he saw the little things on his hand? And then Cena called him out on that. It's like, hey, you do your promo on your hand. Dwayne. And then we saw, if you TNA lore, Don West and Mike Tenay reading off the script. We're gonna get somebody out there! Get somebody in the back! What's going on here? So, and then people say, oh, it's fake! It's this and that! And it's not fake. Not fake. Blood's not fake. Some of it. But it just shows you that some of it, why are they reading off the script? They're forgetting their lines. Like Matt Riddle, remember that? Live TV, if he gets his fucking lines to Asuka. He's talking to Asuka, it's like, fuck. And then he left. And it was like, what the fuck just happened? And then he got in big trouble for that. How you forget that? And Asuka's like, look, man, what happened? I felt bad for Asuka, like, looking at that, and he forgets his lines. Ad-lib, dumbass! You forget it, so what? Yeah, ad-lib. Still sounds better. There's a little tip there for all the people who want to be wrestlers. You forget your own promo. Ad-lib. Nobody's watching, really. Except for the people in the audience. But if you get to WWE land, not so much TNA and AEW, because I think AEW did just fly off the handle anyway. But if you go to WWE land, you better remember your lines. So I don't know if you can ad-lib because, the people, Hunter and, all the other people, like, all the producers, like, hey, what happened? I forgot! And then they fire you, and the fire will release you next day. Because you can't do a promo. They'll probably send you to NXT to go to promo class. Shit. I'm like, I don't need to go to NXT. I'm going to just ad-lib and just shoot from the hip. Fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking script. Rip it up right in front of them. I'm just going to talk. I don't care. I'll be like Joey Styles, the unscripted, uncensored promo guy. You don't like it? Tough shit. Send me to AEW. Or send me to Japan. I'll just talk randomness. And like Japan's like, oh. Exactly. We love you! We have sushi! They wouldn't give two fucks. But we move on. Alright, so, great match. Blood from Mark. I knew that was going to happen. Mark then goes up the ladder. And crashing through tables and everything. Mark goes up the ladder. Goes to the tippy top. And it was still wobbly. I was like, oh god. He better not fall. Because I think he might fall to his death. But thankfully he didn't. Hits Froggy Bow! On to Jericho. And Jericho, back of Jericho's head hit the ladder that was, on the ground. We got that. Brian Keith comes in, and then Rocky Romero comes in with a candlestick, runs him off. And then Big Cass, who's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. He comes in as Mark was about to go for the belt because he threw Jericho off the ladder and everything. Big Cass comes in and basically chokeslammed Mark through a table on the other side of the ring. So Mark is out. I'm like, oh no, they're not gonna do this again. So basically, Big Cass picked up Jericho, climbed the ladder, and Jericho pulled down the belt. He was like half conscious. So Jericho is the Nueve, 9-time champion, 2-time Ring of Honor World Champ. I did not like that at all for guys 54 years old. Ring of Honor champion again. But still, match of the night, 3.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with that. Afterwards, we see the returning Tomohiro Ishii. Not Ishii, it's Ishii. He comes out with Rocky Romero. Where were you? You run Brian Keith off to the back. You couldn't come back and save your boy? And where was you, Kyle O'Reilly? Oh, that's right, you were just looking on. You were in the back, doing nothing. Is there some conglomeration, huh? Orange Cassidy outside waiting. I knew that when they give the belt to Jericho. I just had a feeling, and they did. And I don't like it. Because, Jericho ain't gonna hold that belt for long. He's probably, God forbid, he loses that to Ishii. Not to say anything bad about Ishii, but every time he goes for a title, he loses it. Well, he loses it. And he was former World TV champ, but not for long. Yeah, so we're gonna get that. I don't know when. Probably most likely at Full Gear. So, Ishii versus Jericho. Jericho's gonna get his revenge. Finally beat Ishii. And then hold it probably to World's End where he might lose it. Or he loses at Final Battle to Mark Briscoe. Gets his rematch clause, I assume. We got that. Moving on. Oh, by the way, Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio said that Grand Slam, AEW Grand Slam, should be at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Yes, it's a 3,000-seat arena, but, ballroom, basically. Put in the Hammerstein, you get about 3,000, a little over 3,000 people in the ballroom. You have people on the stage, or, basically it would be like a Ring of Honor show, basically. Guys come out from the stage, down, If you ever been to the Hammerstein Ballroom and you're sitting on the floor, how the setup is. And you have people on the balconies and the side balconies. 3,000 people. 3,000, maybe 3,500 at most. And then you have a meet and greet downstairs and everything. Sign me up. I agree with Bully Ray. That's the only time I don't agree with Bully Ray on many things, but this one I actually do agree. Have Grand Slam, Grand Slam Dynamite and Rampage at the Hammerstein. You don't have to have Collision at the Hammerstein unless you want to do an extra show. I go to that, no doubt about it. Haven't been to the Hammerstein in a while. The last time I went was about a year or two ago when I saw In This Moment with New Year's Day. Not that one, 19. That was the one a year or two ago. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Anyway, after that we got a video on Camille and Chris Statlander making them look strong. Look at that. Alright, then we go to my favorite part of the show. Adam Cole! Baby! He's back. Goes for a chat, and then we hear Adam! Adam! So, Roddy! And the rest of the kingdom of I'm Matt Taven, and if you don't like Matt Taven, you're Melvin, and Michael Kanellis-Bennett. By the way, Maria had surgery. She's in the hospital to get some mass out of her. She's doing good. She might be in the hospital for a few days. Hopefully, whatever they find, it's all good, and Maria can go back to living her life and everything. But, prayers go out to Maria Kanellis-Bennett. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so the Undisputed Kingdom come out. We're like, we don't like MJF either, but we wanted to see if you were healed up. We heard you were medically cleared. Let's get the band back together. And Cole's like, you know what? That's a great idea. So the Undisputed Kingdom are now faces. And it's like, all right. You know, Roddy's like, I want to kick MJF's ass. Cole's like, I want to kick his ass even more. So let's do it. Like Paul Stanley would come in and like, Paul, get in here. Say your line. Let's do it. Okay. So they say, MJF, get out here right now. But as always, like last week, MJF shows up on a Tron. This time he's getting a massage from some chick named, what was her name? Natalia? Not that Natalia. Anyway, he's giving him a massage really badly, by the way. I wonder what Alicia Achuch thinks of that. Probably didn't like it. Anyway. So basically, the gist of it says, Roddy, Adam, whichever one of you wins 3 matches in a row gets to face me at Full Gear. So you know what that means. Probably get Cole, because I don't think it'll be Roddy. Maybe a triple threat, but then it will be like a 2-on-1 handicap match. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, MJF is still doing scenes for Happy Gilmore, not related to me. Happy Gilmore 2, so we're not going to see him until probably November. Alright, but we got that. And Adam Cole's first match is against Buddy Matthews. Next week on Dynamite. Wow. I don't know what Roddy's first match is, but I assume both of them are gonna win 2. They're gonna go for 3. Roddy's gonna get screwed, or maybe Adam, both of them get screwed. Who knows? Not in a good way either. But we got that. But the band's back together. The Undisputed Kingdom is faces now. I like it. Not that I like Adam Cole's a face that much, but you know, we got that. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right, I'm gonna change the channel because we're 4 minutes away from SmackDown. Whoopsie. How did I get to that? Okay. Alright, after that we got a video on Penelope Ford and Jamie Hayter, otherwise known as Becky Lynch 2.0. Speaking of Jamie Hayter, she's in the back, talks about how hard she has worked to get here. She's ready for a fight, but as usual, Penelope's not there. Then she's like, alright, since you're not here, how about we fight in 2 weeks on the November 6th show, where AEW and NXT will go head-to-head for the final time this year, and we all know who's going to win that. NXT is going to wallop them. And barely this week they won, too. 702 to 633. So basically, AEW's ratings stayed normal, just about. And NXT went up 63,000 views. Because this show sucked. I'm surprised it didn't go down. But anyway, so we get that. So 2 weeks from tonight, Jamie Hayter and Penelope Ford in that ring. Moving on. Alright, then we go to another 2-minute suckfest, right near the main event. House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews taking on a bunch of jobbers named Jaden Monroe, Kevin Koa, and Panata de la Huete, which means the dead pirate. For those of you who don't know Spanish. I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I know that. I mean, Rosa helps me out too, because she's, she knows a lot of Espanol. Hey, can you make me some empanadas? Yeah, we got some beef there, somewhere. Go make some. Moving on. Alright, so they beat these ham and eggs in 2 minutes with Murphy's Stomp. And that's it. And then after the match, like I said, Buddy Matthews challenges Adam Cole, baby, to a match next week. Then we see Cole and the Undisputed Kingdom in the back. Cole goes right up to Buddy Matthews, like, hey, what's up with you? Why do you want to face me? What's up with that? And Buddy Matthews just smiles at him like, yeah, I'm going to kick your ass. No, you're not. It's going to be a great match, but we all know Cole's going to win that match. His first match back in over a year. Hey, Rock. I'm watching Fast 5 before we get to SmackDown. Oh my goodness, Eva Mendes. Oh, talking to Rock. Rock's like, God damn, I wanna right on the desk. right on the desk. I would just say, fuck this, man. Take off your clothes, let's just do it. Fuck, man. Eva Mendes. You know, I feel like saying that line from that movie with Mark Wahlberg and the great Will Ferrell. She's a nice lady. That's your wife? She's a nice lady. I would take a bullet for her. I love that movie. That movie's amazing. Look at that. Alright. So the House of Black win. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars because it was a squash. Alright, then we go to Botchamania. Camille versus Queen Amanada, the one and only. This match was garbage. 8 minutes of garbage botching. Camille wins with a reverse spinning DDT. Mercedes Moné, the CEO. She's there at ringside, gets involved a little bit, but Camille gets the win. That's it. And then after the match, you get a good old beat down, and then Batgirl, Chris Statlander, nice little outfit there. You can see half her thong, you know, through those cut-off jeans. She looked amazingly scrumptious. Anyway, she comes out for a stare down, and then Mercedes Moné attacks her from behind, and both of them lays Chris Statlander out. Moving on. Alright, then, we see Chris Kidd and, you know, family. You know, Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. She's there with her son, Nick fucking Wayne. Look at that. Alright, SmackDown has started. Once again, we're in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. And the extras from the Hitman movie come out once again with the Crown Jewel title. I love the promotion for it and everything, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, how much more are going to get to that? Alright, so we see Walter arriving into the arena. There's an empty arena, of course, beforehand. So Walter and Cody, MDK only Cody, you bitch. They're going to have a face-to-face. Is that Keith Lee? That's not Keith Lee. The guy looks like him, though. He's walking Cody to the whatever. We got the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin taking on DIY tonight in the finals of the tag team tournament on the SmackDown side. So that should be epic, along with Andrade and Mello. Match number 7. I mean, tonight's going to be a great night on live SmackDown. Next week, we're taped because of Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Randy Orton and his Motless Voice going to the ring, so he's going to open up SmackDown. Why not? Hey, Hunter. What are you looking at? What's he looking at? What is he? Oh, shit! He's talking to Hunter about something. Talking about, I think he wants to get that match with Kevin Owens. You know, remember what he said last week? I'm not on last week, on Raw. No, was it last week? No, I think it was Nick Aldis said, well, you know, I can't get the match because, it's, you know, the powers that be said you can't get the match and everything. So when Randy said, well, I'll go talk to him, meaning Hunter. So we get that. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I think Hunter says I can't do anything about it. Go to the ring. So that's something kind of interesting. Look at that. So Randy Orton and his quads, which eliminated Pluto from the solar system, he's out. I hope he does the pose. He's gonna do the pose anyway. So he's gonna get in the ring, probably call out Kevin Owens for a match. I think the match is gonna be a Crown Jewel. I would have Kevin win, and then keep Randy strong until he faces Cody for the belt when he turns heel. Because Kevin's gonna get the match probably at Survivor Series, and lose, obviously. So I think Randy will probably get involved. And then I think probably at Royal Rumble, we'll have Randy and Cody for the belt. Randy will lose. Probably enter the Royal Rumble. Maybe win. I mean, we'll see. Oh, he didn't do the pose? Aww. Well, he wants to talk because he's pissed. Look at that. Alright, back to AEW Dynamite we go before we end this shindig. Alright, so Patriarchy come in to the parking lot, and the army is looking for them. Patriarchy's like, hey, we don't want no trouble. And then Kip Sabian's there, and they start running after Kip Sabian, because that's still a thing. And then we see Kip Sabian run into the ring. Patriarchy kind of like corners him and saying, what are you doing? Why are you stalking me? This and that. And then we see, send for the man! Hook, get in here for a second. Yeah, get in here. Hook, ladies and gentlemen, he shows up on the screen saying, I know who took out my dad, Taz, and they're in the ring. So, Christian, I told you it was going to be Nick Wayne, most likely, or Kip Sabian, who knows. So Hook goes to the ring, goes right after Nick fucking Wayne, and then goes after Christian, tries to choke him out. Uh-oh, Hunter's out. Hunter's here. Oh boy, here we go. So Hook goes to the ring, beats up Nick fucking Wayne, goes after Christian, and then Nick Sabian. Kip Sabian, low blow the Hook. And then Christian tells him, I'll deal with you later. He says, get out of here. So Kip Sabian doesn't even get out of the ring. He stays in the other corner. And then the rest of the Patriarchy take out Hook. Christian calls him Tyler, which is his actual name, and says, it's not what it seems. Something like that. So it seems like Kip Sabian is now, taking over for Luchasaurus, because Luchasaurus got double pneumonia. I hope he survives that and, gets better. So, prayers to Luchasaurus and everything. But it seems like Kip Sabian is now in the storyline, just as his replacement. Randy's yelling at Hunter saying, you're protecting Kevin! Give me the match! God damn it! And Hunter's like, it's not gonna happen. No, he is going off on Hunter. I love it. Give the match, Hunter! Give me what I want, Hunter! Give me what I want! Like Batista did back a couple years ago. Hunter's like, I'm not protecting Kevin! You better calm down, you have your pacemaker in there. Now, moving on. Alright, so I gave that whole thing with Christian, Kip Sabian, Hook, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright. Then we go to the main event of the evening. 6-man tag team match. We have the ED of the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson teaming up with the TNT Champion, the Scapegoat Jack Perry. Real class, by the way. They take on Private Party, Mark Quinn and Brother Zay, Isaiah Cassidy. Can I get a? Oh, yeah. And they team up with a dancing fool, Daniel Garcia. 11-11, make a wish, ladies and gentlemen, 11-11 match. Back and forth they went. Once again, Private Party, after a silly string on Matt, they pinned the Bucks again, but this is another 6-man tag team match. So we get that. Match was decent, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, chaos happens. Private Party, Brother Zay gets on the mic, he says, hey, we want another title shot, since they got their title shot at Wrestle Kingdom and lost. But the Bucks like, nah, we already beat you. So I say, Cass like, hey, we want one more shot, and if we lose, we're done as a tag team. And Mark was like, what? What? Could you say that in my good ear, sir? So Buck's like, okay, we accept the match, so that's gonna happen, probably at Full Gear. And you know what's going to happen. Private Party's going to win the belts, not hold them for long. Just to get him out of the way. It's like, oh, you were the tag team champions after 5 years. Good for you. So we get that, but I'd rather just them break up. I'd rather them break up. Let the Brother Zay go on a monster, let them go on a monster fucking singles run. Maybe win the TNT title. Maybe win the Intercontinental title. Mark Quinn, just there. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm trying to see what Hunter's saying. So Hunter's like saying, I'm not protecting Kevin Owens, I'm protecting you because you just came back from a torn ACL, your shoulder, your back. I don't want you to get hurt again, and you're done. You know, nobody thought you were coming back, but you came back. He's like, I got your back, buddy. I don't want to put you on the shelf. And then Randy tried to say something, and then Hunter's like, hey, I gotta tell you something. I don't want to put Kevin Owens gonna put you on the shelf, maybe permanently. And then Randy's like, that's not gonna happen. So like, I need you to stop all this right now. Stop all that bullshit. What do you call him, Paul? It's like, I didn't ask Paul to come to the ring. I didn't ask the CEO of a billion-dollar company to come to the ring wearing a suit from the Men's Warehouse. See, he's like, I want the cerebral assassin. I want the game to come out. Basically talking about, when he came to his house and beat his ass right in front of his wife. I don't even think that was his wife in that segment back in I think it was the Ruthless Aggression era. Maybe it was the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era. I forgot what year. What era, actually. But anyway. I don't even think that was his actual wife, Kim. Might have been just an actress. Play it. So we get that. So Hunter's like, in the corner, like with his head down, listening to Randy spiel. We get that. Anyway, moving on. So the Bucks and Private Party, one more time. If Private Party loses, they're done. So we get that. Anyway, then we see on the Tron, the Blackpool Cuck Club truck arrive, but it's only Marina Shafir coming out with Team AEW. Like she's like, they're gonna beat up Marina Shafir, like the Dark Order's gonna do something, right? Anyway, and then Moxley and company come from behind, take out Private Party with chairs. And then Chucky T comes out. I don't know why he came out. Moxley comes out with Chucky T from the back. Throws him in the ring. They're about to Pillmanize his leg. And then William was like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't agree to come back to do this. He's like, no. He goes to Claudio. He's like, I don't want to do this. So Claudio just shoves him. He's like, well, okay, fuck that. I'll do it myself. So instead of Pillmanizing his bad leg, they Pillmanize his neck like they did to Danielson at Wrestle Dream. Bye-bye Chucky T for a while. And we see William was like, shit! I don't know what's up with you. He turns on his mentor, Bryan Danielson, and then he's like, I don't want you to Pillmanize his leg. We don't do that here. Alright, so through all that spiel for 12 minutes, Randy finally gets his match at Crown Jewel with Kevin Owens. And it's gonna be barbaric and it's gonna be brutal. I still think Kevin's gonna win. But we got that. Now we have Mike Mitchell Cole back since he was off last week with Corey Slave. His heir apparent, he said. I don't know about that, but Graves got better. He's gotten better over the years. And, we've seen him on SmackDown with Wade Barrett doing play-by-play, and he's pretty damn good. So we got that. Alright. So Moxley comes in, they Pillmanize Chucky T's neck, and a bunch of people, meaning the people from outside, they rush all the way in. They rush all the way in to see this. Orange Cassidy runs in, and they see what happened. The doctors come in, the medics, they put Chucky T in a stretcher, and then what we didn't see on comment, then we see the Elite on just watching on, because they're like, we're not gonna help this shit. Second week in a row we saw that. I don't know what's going on with that. So then they zoom in on Orange Cassidy, and he is pissed. And that ends the show. But what we didn't see, if you follow AEW on YouTube, the after show, we see Orange Cassidy, pushing Daniel Garcia, and, Garcia's like, you need to step up, you need to fix this, da-da-da-da-da. And basically Orange Cassidy kind of pushes Garcia, and he says, You know what? I will fix this. I'll talk to Moxley on Wednesday. So we're going to see that. But I think it's leading up to Moxley versus Orange Cassidy for the world title. Probably at Full Gear. I don't even think Orange Cassidy's going to win the belt. I think it's going to be Darby. I said it from the beginning. It's going to be Darby. Darby lost his shot to Mox. And I think he's going to somehow either earn a shot against Mox or get beat up and get the shot anyway at World's End 2 and beat Moxley going to 2020. Actually, he beats Moxley. Then Christian comes out after Moxley and company beat up Darby after the match. And then Christian wins the belt and goes into 2025. That's how I see it. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Moving on. Is that Roman? What is this? Who is it? Oh, no, it's Eli Drake, the special ref for Melo and Andrade 7. Yeah! So we got that. And the winner gets a United States title shot at Crown Jewel, most likely. Or next week. We'll see what happens with all that. Alright, so we got 3 official matches on the card for Crown Jewel. We got the 2 Crown Jewel matches, and now we got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. And possibly we might get a United States title match, a tag title match, and I don't know about the Intercontinental title. We see Braun Breaker defends, but look at that. Alright, so that ends AEW Dynamite with more chaos on the BCC. Orange Cassidy's all pissed. He's going to talk to Mox next week and try to fix things. We'll see what happens with that. And we move on. But all in all, this show was garbage. But, the ladder match was great. The beginning of the show with Mox's promo was great. The end, the end segment I thought was great. With that, Mox's group just causing more chaos, kind of like the NWO in the early days. We got that. So all in all, not the best show, and probably one of my lowest ratings I think I ever gave Dynamite. I gave Dynamite a Bret Hart 4 out of 10 stars. But if you thought the show was actually better, then leave a comment down below with your rating, your opinion down below, and that's it. We have a little discussion. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go watch the rest of SmackDown, then watch Rampage, have my sensible dinner, watch the World Series, which is on right now. Let me just turn to that. Let's see what actually started. Okay, top of the first inning, 2 outs. Stanton's on, got a 3-1 count. 2 outs in the inning. Soto on base, probably walked or got a hit. See, right? Sit back over there. I hope Stanton strikes out. I want him to strike out so bad. But then again, with his steroids. I think it was a check swing. And Stanton. Oh! I'm about to say Stanton was going to ground out. But, no. Was that Tommy Edman? I don't even know what that was. Yeah, Edman booted it. Oh, dude. You do damage against the Mets, and what do? Blah! So now Soto's at second. Stanton at first with an E6. So it's first and second. With still 2 outs. And Flaherty already got 18 pitches. Now Jazz Chisholm's on at bat. Done pretty good with coming over from the Yankees in a trade deadline. Tries to bunt, takes a strike. See if the Yankees can strike first against the Dodgers, or Game 2 they got who's pitching Game 2? I think Buehler. And Chisholm grounds out the second. There you go. Get out of the inning. Shut up! Alright, so we'll see what happens with the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, Soto got on with a walk, by the way. Alright, so bottom of the first inning, Dodgers coming up against Garrett Cole. And we'll see what happens with that. Game 1 of the World Series on right now. But we got SmackDown on as well. So, So, you know, do a little channel flipping if you don't have picture-in-picture. But since I got it, I'll do picture-in-picture every once in a while. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do switching. But we'll see. But anyway, that's it for Dynamite. 4 out of 10 stars, like I said. Thanks for watching. Check out my TNA Ring of Honor review over my Killer Demons channel. Link is down below in the description box. And that's it. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy SmackDown. Enjoy Rampage. Enjoy the World Series. Go Dodgers. Dodgers in 6, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I said that because we hate the Yankees here. Oh, and I know Roses roots the Yankees. Fuck you. So we get that. So we move on with all that. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And until next time. Peace.